Hello everyone, welcome back to another JC TCG video. So today I want to talk about taking losses, right? And how important it is to actually realize those losses. And I'll be going over some of the reasons why, right? But before that, I just want to say thanks for tuning in and give everyone a quick reminder that one of the channel's goal is to try to get to 800 subscribers, and that is when I'll be giving out my first giveaway, which is this very cool Delta species side duck, right? Very humble goal for the channel. And as a thanks for your time. Well, first things first, I just want to say that all of my videos are unscripted, maybe to my own demise, right? I just get in here, turn the camera on, and just talk on whatever it is that comes to my mind. So if that is something that you are interested in and you find value in it, hey, towards the end of the video, if you feel like giving a like and subscribe, maybe leave out a comment, right, on your thoughts. I would definitely look into it. I reply to all the comments. Let's get to it. So, taking losses. One of the hardest things in the hobby is literally realizing that, hey, one of the plays that you made, a card, sealed product, grading, came back and now it's less than what you bought it for, right? This is very common, especially in a very volatile market. It is one of the most difficult things to do. So whenever a play doesn't work my way, I look at it from a longer perspective and a broader spectrum, right? What that means is that you have to look into a combination of all of your plays instead of just this one play that ended up failing, right? So if you, for example, if you had 10 plays that ended up working in your favor and then you have one bad one, right? You add everything up instead of just taking this one loss to heart. Now, if it was a very degenerate play, I'm pretty sure you know why the play didn't go your way or it didn't work out. However, it is very important to not get discouraged from those plays, because that is how you learn in this hobby. There's typically always a lesson behind these plays, right? Either one, you bought at a higher percentage that you were supposed to. Two, you didn't do your research. Three, hey, look, shit happens, right? Like maybe the play was just bad to begin with. Four, you followed some YouTuber's advice and you got wrecked, right? It is all very common. So what I want to actually push for is that, hey, if this is capital that is tied up at this moment, and if you have a chance to break even and or take the loss, I would actually push for that. And one of the reasons is because you have to look at the positive EV of your capital. If you have plays that you can make, that maybe your money might be better off, you should probably take those opportunities, right? While the liquidity is available. Because what happens is, we have all seen it, especially during slowdowns. Once people start seeing that their items are not selling, guess what they start doing? They start undercutting each other, right? So if you and, I don't know, hundreds of or thousands of other people made the same exact play, guess who's going to be fighting for the same buyers? You are. So what's going to happen is, if your play was just horrible to begin with and your buying was at a very disadvantaged buying, you will most likely lose even more. And that is one of the worst things to do, right? Take small losses and let winners run, right? So what that means is, if you know from the beginning, because most of the time you will know from the beginning if a play is going to end up going your favor or not, right? So if you know from the beginning that this play is just going to fail, hey, take your losses. If you have to sell on eBay, take your 13.5% fee. If you're breaking even, if the item is up 5%, you're only losing 7%. Hey, if you have a shot at some grading plays or a more secure play, you take that play, right? If you are uncomfortable holding a card or sealed product or whatever item it is, that could be another reason to sell, right? Because you're not in it for the item itself, you're in it for the money at that point, right? And that is one of the worst things you can do. One of the things that I actually end up doing when I'm making plays, I look at the item and I say, hey, if this item was to, I don't know, everyone exaggerates. Let's say if this item was to go to 0, would I be okay with this item? If the answer is yes, I make the purchase. If the answer is a no, and you don't like that item and you purchase that item because, I don't know, you heard some YouTuber talk about the latest, greatest played, and you went in there and you FOMO like a teammate, and now you are stuck here holding this car, and you see the prices going down, and you're checking auctions all the time, and every auction is ending lower and lower, and then all these sellers are undercutting each other. You're going to be stressed the hell out. You don't want that. All right, so make sure before you press that buy button, it is something that you want to hold, that you like the car, that you like the sealed product, and then you start from there. All right, there's a saying that goes, collectors wins. There's always a reason, right? Some of your plays might be short term, and then somehow they end up turning longer term, right? This could be one of those moments in which you applied, hey, if I take a very small loss and I move into an item that I think has a higher potential, I'm more secure up, I did more research, I got a better buy-in, I got a great deal, that could be a play to make, right? But during the summertime, there's been tons of discounts out there. So if you had something you can just slightly break even, or you know that you've held for months and it's not moving, and hey, look, maybe this is your chance to kind of just break even, make your other plays, and go from there. So in conclusion, right, you have to make sure that you have a play that you're willing to go into. You got to make sure that you are not also taking a 80% loss at that point, right? Because hey, what's the point of that? What's the point of that? What is the point? If you got wrecked, you own it, you learn from it. I don't know, if you want to journal and you write down the reasons as to why you got wrecked and your mistakes, right? It is very important to actually take a deeper look. I've had plays that just went completely south, and yet although they hurt, you have to just take it to the chin. It's called paying tuition, right? Markets have this thing called paying tuition. We all got to pay it sometime, right? And you just got to keep moving. There's going to be other plays that's going to come out in your favor, and sometimes, hey, that play plus this play, you're breaking even, you didn't lose anything. And then sometimes there might be another play down the future that, hey, look, you double your money or you lost again, right? It all depends on your decisions. So I would say, don't get discouraged. Just keep it up. Again, just want to say that this is just my thoughts. This channel is very unscripted, to my own demise. I just get in here, just turn the camera on and talk. So if that is something you find helpful and or useful, or if you're into this, type of talks and everything like that, just hit the like, subscribe, and comment. What you see is what you get. There's no in between here. I'm not here to try to pretend to be someone I'm not. And yeah, peace.